welcome everyone to 7 Minutes or Less, talking about the shows you love and want to get into. Today, I will be talking about Lost in Space. More like Lost on a Planet, because that's what the show is really about. So, how about this, huh? A new show makes way, taking on the classic show and re-engineered into a more modern version of the show some of you, may remember from the 60s. Pretty rad, right? I'm sure there's going to be a darker tone, more realistic. The camp and stupidity is out the door. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure this thing's going to be dead on arrival. No one's going to like it. And from what I've seen, not a lot of people have cared for it so far. Not enough to go on, just as the show is still new from the time I am writing my thoughts down to the time you're watching this. So I'm sure people are going to find the fundamental flaws from one episode to another, acting, effects, or what have yous and whatnots. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not those other people. I'm just the guy who reviews TV shows and would like to make this a living one day. I tend to usually dislike what people love or love what people dislike. This isn't always the case, but I'm just saying. Not sure if that counts for anything, but let me tell you something. Something I honestly believe, and it's up to you if you want to take my opinion. Would you like to know? Come closer. I don't bite. Seriously. No, come closer. Lost in Space is not that bad. In all seriousness, Lost in Space is about the Robinsons. No, not those Robinsons. No! Okay, seriously, that's Swiss. Okay, that's better. Let's update that a little bit. Well, let's update it one more time. That'll do. As I was saying, Lost in Space is about the Robinsons, who are the 24th family sent on a mission to colonize a planet named Alpha Centauri, only for the mother space station to be attacked by a robot, sending several Jupiter colony ships, including the Robinsons, on an Earth-like planet. Not to mention the fact that they all fall through a wormhole, so they're now trillions of miles away from home. This includes the mother space station. But when the Jupiter space station the Robinsons are on crashes into Glacial Lake, it sinks to the bottom, making our characters start instant survival mode. Basically, one thing leads to another. With me just commenting on the first episode alone, our wonderful batch of characters see through one crisis after another. When they solve one, they end up smack dab in another situation, whether it be situational between the characters or the planet's off-putting difference in atmosphere. The Robinson family rely on one another and science,
yes, science,
to help them get out of the situations they are in. From Judy, who is only 18 years old, gets trapped in ice, the father John, who takes his son Will to find the best way to get her out of the ice, a wounded mother, Maureen, with her youngest daughter, Penny, left above with only Judy communicating to her through a comm unit to do surgery on Maureen's leg. I probably needed to mention the fact that Judy is a qualified doctor in the family. I also should mention, while Judy is trapped in ice, and while John and Will venture out to go get magnesium, which can burn through water, or melt it, Will stumbles across a robot who has a pretty interesting, if not connected, path to those people aboard the space station. But this is pretty much the basics of season 1, and it's a really good episode to start off. The family goes through so much in the time given in the first 2 episodes, but make no mistake, the rest of the episodes are like this too. Every time the Robinsons find a solution, they hit another problem. It's almost as if they never can catch a break. The rest of the seasons never really lose its focus or lack of quality, as many more people are found on the same planet and they help out how and when they can. The show often features informative flashbacks to the time on the ship just before it crashed and where everyone is at, along with introducing us to Don West and Dr. Smith. And let me tell you, if the Robinsons weren't drama-filled already with their own tension and feelings, Don and Dr. Smith seriously add personality. And let me tell you something about Parker Posey as Dr. Smith. The fact that they changed the role from a man to a woman was not only a wise choice, but perfect. Posey does an excellent job making this role her own, as I found my responses to her involvement in such situations eye-rolling or enough to say out loud, oh God, here we go. This show is not even devoid of its humor either, as I found myself laughing on several occasions, getting annoyed with others and their personal ties to the story, as it is all about getting this family off the planet and back onto the mother station. I actually really think the acting in the show was good too. Found myself bouncing from one character to another and enjoying them for who they are, what problem they had with one another, and watched how the conflicts were unveiled, made worse, or made better through the situations they faced. And I did get choked up a few times and excited in others. But that depends if this show is your cup of tea. If you like space exploration shows, interesting characters, or you're a science savvy and want to find the irregularities or proven facts used in the show, it might be fascinating for you to watch. I seriously enjoyed Lost in Space. I don't think that really has anything to do with the original show except for the same concept, characters, and whatever else that show had to offer. This is more an updated version, modern version with handsome special effects, a good story wrapped up with great practical effects and great acting. And for that, I'm going to give Lost in Space an A minus. Have you seen Lost in Space since it was released? It holds 10 episodes in this first season, and they're roughly less than 1 hour long each, so it's easy to get into. If you haven't seen it or are interested in seeing it, let me know what you think. Did this review turn you on to the possibility of seeing it? Whatever it is, I'd love to know. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I do TV show reviews in 7 minutes or less, movie reviews talking about the trailers to films of new releases, sometimes just purely talking about it without that concept, and universe reviews where both TV shows and movies come together and set up a universe. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to see more, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll get you more videos in the future.